Experiencias académicas, culturales y personales compartidos por estudiantes internacionales en el TEC de Monterrey.
I like that.
Welcome to the space in which students from all over the world share their exchange experiences with us. Una visión única de quienes llegan a nuestro país y la travesía de los que se van en busca de una experiencia global.
When I went there,
Esto es Global Connection con Carolina Alcántara. Iniciamos.
Hola y bienvenidos a Global Connection. Mi nombre es Carolina Alcántara. Yo soy asesora de programas internacionales, bueno, específicamente de estudiantes internacionales aquí en el Tecnológico de Monterrey, Campus Monterrey. Y hoy tenemos a un alumno que viene desde Inglaterra a contarnos su experiencia en el programa de verano que tenemos aquí en el Campus Monterrey, que consta de 4 semanas donde vienen a aprender negocios, que es la materia específica Doing Business in Mexico, haciendo negocios en México, y también español. Les presento a Harry Denny. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's do it.
And how are you?
Yeah, muy bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien, muy bien también. Well, Harry, él es inglés, como les comentaba, y nos va a contar su experiencia aquí, así que sigan con nosotros. Recuerden que el programa va a ser en inglés, pero voy a hacer traducciones durante el programa a español. Y también si Harry en algún momento quiere hablar en español, pues está cordialmente invitado a hacerlo también. Y bueno, continúen con nosotros. Están escuchando Global Connection aquí en Tech Sounds Radio.
Crónicas de un intercambio. La experiencia de vivir en México. Chronicles of an exchange.
Well, Harry, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What do you study?
¿En
and
español
where?
o en inglés?
Would you prefer to do the show in Spanish?
Un poquito español. Soy inglés de Manchester. Yo estudio relaciones internacionales en Inglaterra, pero en México yo estudio español y negocios internacionales. Me prefiero el español porque es más interesante por mí. But yeah, in English.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, a bit about myself. I'm called Harry Denny, as I've said. I'm from Manchester. I'm 24 years old. I've recently graduated from the University of Leeds. I literally got my certificate yesterday. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I did really well. I got a 2-1, which is a good grade. A great university, good experience. Following on from that, obviously I came to Mexico. What an experience, man. Yeah, it's been really cool. Obviously I've been studying Spanish for a month. My Spanish has improved massively. It's definitely something that I'm going to continue doing. Doing business in Mexico, the business side of things has been really interesting too. I am actually interested in potentially starting a business in Mexico. I'm meeting with a few people in San Pedro next week and talking to them. So yeah, it's been a really cool, eye-opening experience, and obviously because I'm at a stage in my life now that I've finished with education, the business side has complemented that very well. So it's been really interesting being here. Yeah.
And why Mexico?
Mexico, well, to be brutally honest with you, the University of Leeds, it's a great university, and there's various global opportunities that they offer. And I did a summer away in South Korea last year, and I had the opportunity to go back. However, when I seen Mexico, it's always been a country that I've wanted to visit. I've always wanted to visit Latin America. I did a module last year in international relations called Latin American Development Challenges, and I learnt a lot about Mexico and obviously the other Spanish-speaking countries across Latin America. And so once I seen Mexico, it was a no-brainer. Obviously, great weather, great people, great food. That's what's known internationally anyway, especially in England. And so I wanted to come see it for myself. So that's why I came to Mexico.
And what has been your experience so far?
Yeah, I'm not leaving, I'm staying. No, I'm joking. My return flight's on August the 9th. So I've still got a couple of weeks here, maybe just shy of 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, my experience has been amazing. I've met with loads of local people down in Barrio. I've met loads of friends. a lot of them can't really speak English, but we seem to make it work with my un poquito español and their un poquito inglés. Somehow we make it work. We're always having a laugh. Obviously the World Cup's been amazing. Obviously Mexico being one of the nations hosting the World Cup has been like a once in a lifetime opportunity. We can call it that, although I know this is the third time that Mexico have hosted the World Cup, but for me obviously it's been amazing. The people are amazing, as I said. The food's amazing, and the weather, like being from Manchester, you can't talk about the weather here like enough. It was 38 degrees yesterday. Like that's insane. I love it. I don't want to leave, and I'm gonna go home with a tan, so I'm buzzing.
And do you want to say what you just said in Spanish, or do you want me to translate? Do you want to?
Oh, please, could you translate it?
I can translate, of course. But I was.
That was like, a lot, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, no, but I remember. Lo que nos comentó un poquito Harry es que de hecho empezó a conocer a mucha gente aquí que inclusive lo llevó a querer potencialmente hacer un negocio aquí en México, que ha hablado con gente de San Pedro, entonces que ha hecho pláticas, que ha conocido gente en Barrio Antiguo y también que ha hecho muchas amistades. Dice que al final decidió venir a México pues porque también se acaba de graduar, de hecho que ayer acaba de recibir su certificado de graduación y que tuvo muy buena experiencia en su universidad, la Universidad de Leeds, y estudió relaciones internacionales. Y actualmente está viendo pues qué hacer después de su carrera, y eso lo llevó a querer venir a practicar, estudiar el español aquí en el Tecnológico de Monterrey durante el programa de verano, que ha sido una experiencia muy enriquecedora, que ha hecho muchas amistades, que le ha gustado mucho la ciudad y la experiencia de estar en la ciudad mientras fue la Copa del Mundo. Como pueden ver, ahorita vamos a platicar de eso. I think it's nice to have your perspective. How was watching a game between Mexico and England being in Mexico?
Sorry, excuse me. It's been mad. So obviously I went to the Macro Plaza to watch Mexico versus Ecuador. Mexico won 2-0, yeah? It was absolutely amazing. Seeing all the Mexican fans obviously come together, like beers going everywhere. My friend got like picked up and that.
Did you got picked up?
No.
You didn't let them?
No, I was a bit away from him. I was actually in a different group, but it was another member of the group that's come on the course. Sorry, excuse me. And I seen him in the air. I didn't know he was there until I seen him in the air. And I was like, oh, there's William. I was like, there he is. But yeah, no, that was mad. I've been trying that drink with, with the spices and...
Michelada.
You see, that one, very good. Enjoyed that. So that was a great experience being around. Just, first of all, initially what I'm saying is Mexico, Ecuador was amazing, being part of that.
That was the first experience you had as a
watching a football match. Yeah. Okay. And then, as I said, I met a lot of friends in Mexico, especially in Barrio. And a friend of mine owns a fish taco restaurant there. It's called El Toro, and it's called Corralito, and it sells like fish tacos, amazing food. And they've been very like hospitable. They've been very friendly, welcoming. And so they invited me to watch the Mexico-England game there. So that's where I watched it.
Barrio Antiguo.
Yeah, with like a lot of other people as well. And they bought me a Mexico top. So they bought me a Mexico football shirt for the game. And you know what? Like, I'm not going to lie, I did put it on. I put it on before the game. And then about 2 minutes before kickoff, because I sent a picture into my football group chat because I play football back home. Just before kickoff, like, I was getting messages saying, take the top off, like, you can't be doing that, you're English. I was like, you know what, okay, so I took it off, but I've still got that football top. I'm going to be taking that football top home. And that experience was amazing, so it's quite close. The family friends were there, we had a barbecue, and obviously England came out on top, but they were so lovely about it. They wished us well for the next round, and it was just, the whole experience was amazing. And the reason I initially described my first experience for Mexico Ecuador was because I wanted to highlight the difference between the two. Mm-hmm. Obviously I couldn't say which one was better because they were both amazing experiences, but having both experiences, that crazy scene of Macro Plaza and the quite close-knit experience of Mexico England, it's all in all, it was all beautiful, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was my experience. I think it was a bit different to the other members that have been on the course, but I wouldn't change it for anything.
Yeah, I think the nice thing is that it was unique for you.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, you know, you can't you can't say no to when a guy invites you to like a family barbecue to watch a Mexico game, whether it's against England or Argentina, it doesn't matter. I was just happy to be there. The food was amazing, the vibes were amazing, and obviously England won, so the vibes were even better once we won. Yeah.
But I think it also was nice that after, like, there was a moment that Mexican people were rooting for England.
Oh, absolutely. Like, from the beginning, it wasn't... You'd expect, especially in England, football rivalry can get quite intense. From my own experience anyway, playing and watching football. And I know Mexico, obviously, it can be the same. It's the same all around the world. But I think, obviously, being a nation that's hosting the game, especially, and obviously with them being my friends, obviously quite open people, I think they were, it was literally a case of once England won the game, the owner literally just cracked on, went back to work. We embraced each other. He gave me a hug. He was like, well done, it was a good game. Mexico put up a fight, and that was that. And it was lovely. It was lovely. It was lovely. It was just there's a phrase in the UK, and we call it, well, in England, called water off a duck's back. And what that means is, like, it's happened now and we just move on.
Water.
Water.
Water?
Water. Water off a duck's back. Like a duck.
Back.
Yeah, so water off a duck's back. So, like, water comes off a duck's back smoothly.
Okay.
So it's like, when something happens, it's like water off a duck's back. It happens, and you shrug it off,
Okay.
So that's what that means. But yeah, so that's
I'm gonna translate that because I water of a duck's
back.
But but with the English accent, like water, I was like,
yeah, sorry, I've noticed that.
No, it's not. It's a unique accent. I think a lot of people like the English accent.
Yeah. Well, the accent in England obviously is very different, but I'm from the north of England, in Manchester, and so our accent's maybe a bit more distinctive. And a friend of mine, he's been in America, and he popped over. It's called Tyrese. He popped over and came and see me, and he highlighted how I speak quite fast. My accent's quite heavy, and I say things like those phrases I've just mentioned. So I don't think I've been making it easy for people from Mexico to understand what I'm saying.
Our brains are working.
Yeah. Of course. I just don't think I'm making it easy for them. So, but yeah.
No, but it's part of learning a new language, and I think for you, learning Spanish and hearing the people speak Spanish here, it's I think a little bit difficult because we tend to speak fast.
Yes. In
Spanish, so it's kind of the same in a different point of view.
Yeah, for sure.
Bueno, lo que nos comenta Harry es que pues la experiencia que tuvo de ver partidos de fútbol aquí, tuvo la experiencia de ver el partido en la Macroplaza de México contra Ecuador, y dice que estuvo padrísimo, que encontró unos amigos porque pues ya saben lo que pasaba durante el Mundial. Él quiere volar, pues ahí agarraron a sus amigos, a William, y lo encontró ahí mientras estaban ahí lanzándolo al aire y se da cuenta que estaba ahí cuando estaba. Dice que padrísima la vibra, que le gustan las micheladas que probó ahí, y luego dice que tuvo la experiencia de ver el partido de México contra Inglaterra ya más en un ambiente más familiar, porque hizo un amigo que lo invitó como una carne asada en el restaurante de que es dueño. Dice que venden tacos así de pescado ahí en Barrio Antiguo, y que tuvo la oportunidad de ver el partido con ellos. Y dice que en ese momento le regalaron una playera de México y que se le había puesto antes del partido, pero ya empezando el partido, dice que tiene un grupo con sus amigos que juega fútbol allá en Inglaterra, y le dijeron, no, ya quítate la camiseta, eres inglés. Entonces ya dice que empezando el partido pues ya se quitó la camiseta, pero es una camiseta que obviamente se va a llevar y la va a atesorar. También comentó que la gente aquí ver cómo, o sea, al final del día tal vez sí hay una rivalidad, pero que no fueron duros con él. Simplemente pues lo que pasó, por ejemplo, con el dueño fue que pues ya ni modo, perdió México, en ese caso ganó Inglaterra, y dijo una frase que dice a water of a dog's back, o sea, como agua en la espalda de un pato. Entonces a lo que se refiere es que pues se le resbala, ¿no? O sea, como la frase que nosotros decimos, se les resbala, o sea, ya pasó, ni modo, lo que sigue. Y pues dice que también la experiencia pues de estar aquí viendo la Copa del Mundo y pues vivirla con a la afición que pues tiende a ser, pues dice que ya en Manchester, donde es también la gente se tiende a euforizar mucho por el fútbol, pues también tuvo la experiencia de vivirlo acá. And Harry, what do you have like the most out of the Mexican food, or like so far the traveling that you have done here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the food that I've had the most is definitely tacos. The first bit of food that I tried in Mexico was definitely the breakfast tacos outside campus. Papa con chorizo, that's my favourite one. I love that. And the barbacoa one.
Barbacoa, yeah.
That was the first thing I bought, because I remember going into the OXXO, and it was a bit of a cultural shock, because I spoke to the person in the OXXO like, where are good places for breakfast? And the first thing that comes to mind when I think breakfast and desayuno is like huevos con pan. And then when they were like, tacos around the corner, and I was like, it's like 9 a.m. I was like, what do you mean tacos around the corner? But then obviously, to my surprise, they filled it with different fillings, and it's probably one of the best breakfasts I've ever had. Although having it with a Coke was a bit crazy, but I did it anyway. I thought, I'm here, when in Rome, as they say, when in Mexico. So I did, and I really enjoyed it. So the tacos have been great. My friend Frankie that I met in Barrio, he's been like a tour guide almost. He's been taking me to all the great spots, taking me to all the great places to eat, indulging in obviously Mexican culture, but also just things like there's a few nice places he's took me where they sell like nice chicken burgers and other things that maybe aren't primarily Mexican cuisine. But I've been going to some top spots with him, definitely. One of my favourite places is a place called Roland Coffee House in Barrio. They sell great food and they do nice drinks as well.
Yeah. What has been the most impressive thing that you have eaten so far that you were like, I never expected that this existed, and now that I try it, I wanted to have it now that I'm back in England? Okay,
well, as I said, my friend Arturo, he has a fish taco restaurant. I definitely recommend that you go. It's really good. Do you like fish?
Yeah.
And it was an octopus taco. And I was like, what? Like,
what? There are no octopus tacos in England?
No, well, not that I've tried, not that I've stumbled across, unfortunately. But I've not. Well, tacos are big in England, but they're more just birria. That's probably the most common filling. And I think obviously they explained to me that fish tacos are more primarily southern. Is that right? And they've brought it into Monterrey. That's their aim. And obviously, I'm not really massive on eating octopus on any day really, but my friend Frankie recommended it, and it was really nice, to my surprise. Yeah, so I had an octopus taco, and that was probably one of my favourite things I've ate. It was very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I think octopus is really common during, if you have tried ceviche, for example.
No.
Ceviche is also something that you usually can eat with, tostadas. Tostadas, you put like on top of that. Mm-hmm. That's something that usually on the places that you go and eat, seafood, mariscos.
Yeah.
There you can have ceviche, and ceviche it's like we have one that is ceviche that is not spicy, but if you want it to be spicy, there's aguachile, and the difference between the two of them is that one tends to it's spicy, and it's like sometimes it's a mix of like what's the name? Octopus, fish, shrimp.
Yeah, and marin as well. I had a marin taco. That was lovely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was impressive, really. I really enjoyed it, yeah.
So your friend's restaurant is mainly from like tacos, like fish tacos?
It's just fish tacos, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I kind of like that because a lot of places have like quite expansive menus, don't they? And I think obviously quality over quantity is a big thing for me. And obviously they specialise in just that one item, and it's to no surprise that it tastes so good. So yeah, they don't overcomplicate things. It's just simple. It's fish, it's tacos, and drinks.
Have you ever had fish tacos before?
No, never. I didn't even know it was a thing. Nah, genuinely, it's like it was alien to me. It was like fish tacos. I don't know if I fancy that.
You can now grab a tortilla and put the fish and chips, but just put the fish.
So they sell fish and chips as well. And so I tried the fish and chips because I had to. Obviously, I'm English, and it was all right. It weren't as good as the English chicken. But the fish tacos were impressive. Yeah, like I said, the octopus taco was mad. And the marin taco was obviously very nice too. But yeah, that was definitely the most interesting and nice food that I've ate whilst I've been here. Of course, yeah.
Is this your first time in Mexico?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's my first time here, yeah. But I'm definitely coming back, as I've said. There's a few things I want to do here.
Yeah. And what do you think about Monterrey, the city? Did you expect it to be like this?
Yeah, so to be honest with you, as I said, I wasn't too clued up on Monterrey as a city. I think obviously, especially in England, my experience, when you hear Mexico, you think of Mexico City. Obviously, there's a strong connection between Mexico and England for me, especially because I support Manchester United, and obviously growing up, the last time that Manchester United won the Premier League, obviously Chicharito played for them, so he was a big player for me that I liked, especially in that last year that we won the Prem. And obviously he has the number 14, and that's my lucky number 2, so I really liked him as a player. And yeah, obviously we have the Azteca Stadium, where that 1986 World Cup, and so you think primarily of Mexico City, so I didn't know of Monterrey is what I'm trying to get at. And then obviously when I looked into it, I seen the mountains and understood that it was like the business and industrial and financial sector of Mexico, and so I was quite excited once I applied. And then obviously once I got here, like, I can't really explain how beautiful it is. We went on a like boat trip type of thing in
yeah, I remember
San Antonio. Yeah, you were there obviously. And like, no, but like obviously we had fun, but I remember just looking at the mountains, and like, I'm not trying to get a bit like corny or like a bit cringy, but I just remember looking at the mountains and just thinking like, wow, like this is mad. Do you know what I mean? Like there's not many places that I've been where I've been like, wow. Like I'd say, other than Lake Como, I've been to Lake Como in Italy, I'd say that was like one of the moments where it felt like I wish I could take a picture, you know what I mean, with my like eyes. Obviously you can take it on your phone, but it's not the same thing. But yeah, I was surprised, to say the least, with how beautiful it is. And obviously I'm not surprised with the experience I've had with people. I feel like I'm quite an open book myself, and I feel like you naturally gravitate towards people like that too. And obviously people that aren't like that, you can stay clear, because you can see it from a mile off, in my opinion anyway. But there's not been many of that whilst I've been here, is what I'm saying. But you know, there are that everywhere. But yeah, I mean, the people here have been amazing, but that's no surprise. The weather has been more than satisfactory, to say the least. I love the heat. And yeah, the food, as you say, it's been great.
I mean, right now we are having a lot of heat.
I've been told, but I mean, I'm here for it, man. Like, I love it. Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, I'm white. Like, I'm looking to have a tan and that when I get back. Like, I've been here for like 3 weeks and I'm still not got a good time. So,
you need to stay in the sun, for a big time.
Yeah. You do have to stay in the sun, but like, obviously, it's a bit of respite. You like, when you get into a OXO or get into like your lesson and that, and the air conditioning's on, you're like, thank God there's air conditioning, because it does get a bit mad. But I'm here for it. I like the weather. Yeah.
I'm glad you're liking the experience so far.
Yeah, everything about it. I couldn't, and I'm not just saying it because I'm on the radio. Like, I actually couldn't say like a bad word about my experience, to be honest. And that's not me, as I just said, saying it because I'm on the radio. Like, I couldn't think of anything that I've not enjoyed. Yeah, I'd say it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, but it's not, because I'm definitely coming back. But I'd say, coinciding with the World Cup, it has been a once in a lifetime opportunity, because I don't know when Mexico will host it again. I know there's been
apparently
rumours
2030.
I know there's been rumours about 2030, but like, we'll see. But yeah, it's been mad.
Yeah, but you will not be in the same age.
Same age, exactly.
Like, that's unique.
Exactly, entiendo.
Bueno, lo que nos comenta ahorita Harry es la experiencia que ha tenido. Ahorita cerraba con que la experiencia que es única, ¿no? El estar en este momento con la Copa del Mundo, poder vivir esto, que ha sido inigualable. También dice que tuvo la oportunidad de estar, por ejemplo, en la presa de la Boca y estar en ese momento y decir, pues quiero tomar una foto con mis ojos. O sea, dice que le impresionó ver las montañas, o sea, que es algo que le ha encantado. Y también lo que nos comentas, por ejemplo, el lugar que le gusta mucho comer es el restaurante de su amigo. What's the name of the restaurant?
El Jarolito.
el Jarolito.
Jarolito.
El Jarolito. El Jarolito es el restaurante que le encanta ir a comer, que es específicamente de tacos en Barrio Antiguo. Y dice que antes nunca había comido tacos de pescado. Entonces dice que es algo que, pues, nuevo, que, o sea, se le abrió otro mundo nuevo de tacos, ¿no? Y que le ha gustado mucho y que obviamente ahí tienen la típica comida de Inglaterra, que son las papas con pescado, fish and chips, y que lo probó y que dice, pues, que no es igual de bueno que en Inglaterra, pero que tenía que probarlo. Y bueno, nos vamos a la siguiente sección. Recuerden que pueden sintonizar el programa de radio a través del canal de YouTube buscando Tech Sounds Radio Global Connection.
A miles de kilómetros, descubriendo un mundo de posibilidades. Thousands of kilometers.
Estamos de vuelta, estamos con Harry y nos está contando su experiencia de intercambio acá en el Tecnológico de Monterrey, haciendo su programa de verano en el campus Monterrey. Well, Harry, tell us a little bit about what's the experience of someone that wants to go study abroad in England, why they should
go to England.
Study.
Stay here, don't leave. No, I'm joking. Obviously, England's a great country. I don't think you need me to say that for people to be aware. Obviously, there's great opportunities there. There's great food, and I wouldn't say that the English cuisine is great, but why going to England would be a good experience is because there's such a multicultural society there. So you have cuisine from all around the world. In Manchester, where I live, there's a place called the Curry Mile, and hence the name Curry Mile. It's a bit longer than a mile, but it's a really long road, and it's a strip of like an international cuisine. So you can have Lebanese restaurants, you'll have Libyan restaurants, you'll have Somalian restaurants, or all around the world, Indian, Pakistani, everything.
Mexican?
So the Curry Mile. So curry is like
okay.
It's more like
Asia.
It's more like an Asia,
Okay,
and kind of taps into Africa kind of thing.
Okay.
Mexican cuisine, I wouldn't say it's as big as curry, because curry is like the number one dish in the UK, believe it or not.
What about fish and chips?
Yeah, it's more than people. And there was a survey, and curry is more popular than fish and chips now, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so interesting fact. Fish and chips is popular, but it's curry is the number one dish. Maybe it's because of the fact that there's so many different people there now. But
and there's a lot of Indian,
Yeah. There's a lot of
culture, right?
Yeah, of course, especially in that specific location that I've just said. But yeah, I mean, it depends where you go in England. I'm not really a big fan of the South. I don't really like people from London. No, I'm joking. I do. I have loads of friends from London, but I just feel like people in the North, people tend to get friendlier the further north that you go, in my opinion. Maybe it's because London's the capital and it's so busy, but I just think Manchester's like, call me biased, but I'd say Manchester's one of the best places on earth. I'm from Manchester. I take a lot of pride in being from Manchester. Obviously, we're home to two of the biggest football clubs in the world. You know, and in summer right now, it's like 32 degrees. It's not far off Mexico. There's great food. There's great places to dine, to go out. And most of all, there's great people. Being a Mancunian myself and having a lot of friends that are Mancunian too, because that's the phrase that we describe people from Manchester. Mancunian. Yeah. Okay. We're cool people, man, and we're quite open. And I feel like in my Spanish oral exam that I had yesterday, I had to speak about the similarities and differences between England and Mexico. And what I did say is that, you know, despite being on pretty much other side of the world, like, there's a lot of similarities that I've found between Manchester and Monterrey. Me and Frankie have been outlining them because he lives in Monterrey. And I just feel like the family culture and the openness of people and the work ethic as well, especially because people here are so hard working, and that relates a lot to back home. I feel like there's a lot of similarities. So I feel like for someone that's in Monterrey, especially, if you were to go to England and go anywhere in the north, I'd recommend Manchester. But you'd find a similar experience to Mexico, but obviously a completely different culture. So that's what my advice would be.
You said the Curry Mile, right?
Curry Mile, yeah, in Manchester, yeah. There's a lot of food there, but there's loads of places to go. Barrio reminds me a lot of a place called Northern Quarter in Manchester, which is a great place. A lot of funky bars, a lot of groovy people, vibes like people drinking, people selling things, like markets as well, like the Mercadito and stuff like that on a Sunday. It's very similar, and so I feel like if Mexican people went to Manchester and they went to the right places, they'd find a lot of similarities, the same way I have when I was here. I didn't expect to see as many, but yeah, that's my advice.
Pues lo que nos comenta Harry es que si deciden ustedes querer hacer un intercambio en Inglaterra, les recomienda mucho irse al norte, en su caso a Manchester, porque él es de Manchester y dice que pues para él es el mejor lugar del mundo, porque es un lugar donde hay muchas oportunidades de hacer muy buen networking, que es, de hecho dice que hay muchas similitudes con... bueno, que tuvo su examen oral de español y ahí habló sobre las similitudes que hay, que por ejemplo la ética de trabajo, que la gente de allá, que igual que la de aquí, tiende a tener, a ser muy trabajadora. What other similarities you said? You said three, I remember.
Yeah,
work ethic.
So like work ethic, family.
Orientados a la familia.
And just like the openness of people.
Y ser ampliamente, o sea, abiertos, o sea, conocer gente.
Amigable, is that it in español?
Amigables, sí. Ser muy amigables. Entonces lo que comenta Harry es también que hay un lugar donde pueden ir a comer que se llama la milla del curry. Dice que de hecho la comida principal de allá es el curry, no las papas con pescado. Entonces si deciden irse a Inglaterra de intercambio, definitivamente Manchester es un lugar que les recomienda ir. Y bueno, nos vamos a un corte comercial. Recuerden que pueden sintonizarnos a través del canal de YouTube. Si no han tenido oportunidad de ver todo el programa, ahí pueden encontrar la repetición.
El desafío, la integración cultural, the challenge.
Hola, y estamos de vuelta. Estamos con Harry de Inglaterra, que nos está contando su experiencia de intercambio aquí en el TEC de Monterrey. And well, Harry, let's talk about maybe the things that were a little bit difficult during this process and how did you overcome them?
Okay, that's a good one. So the most difficult things that I've experienced here, I'd say, like, obviously, although Monterrey, a large proportion of people are Duolingo and they can speak two languages, obviously speaking about English here, I feel like a lot of people can't, if that makes sense, and a lot of people do speak Spanish. So whilst it was difficult that people just spoke Spanish, obviously studying it here is one of the things that helped me overcome it. But like, I feel like what I've done is, obviously I study Spanish 2 hours a day, and then obviously people don't speak English, so you're naturally forced to listen, and I feel like listening is a very important part of learning a language, to be honest, rather than just writing and trying to speak it. Just listening and just taking things in. And so the difficulty was obviously navigating through Monterrey without knowing Spanish, but I feel the way I've overcome it is surrounding myself and embracing the culture and like not hiding away from it. So like I said, that guy that I met on the first time that I come to Barrio, he can't speak English at all, and he's like my best friend here. Like, I spend every single day with him, because I'll study Spanish in the morning, I'll then be learning it from my travels, and then I'll go and be around him every evening, and we managed to make it work. I've learned so much more Spanish just being around him because, there's only so much words you can say until it gets a bit weird and then you don't know what to say. But that doesn't happen with me and him. We just continuously do it because he can speak a little and we bounce off, and I've learned so much just embracing it. And what I'm trying to say is, when I've ever in the past found something difficult, I just kind of go run at it, and that's kind of what I've done with this. I thought, the biggest challenge here is going to be communicating with people. So what I've done is just go like straight at it. So I've like really worked hard with my Spanish studying, and I wish I could do this whole interview in Spanish, but that's a bit far after 4 weeks. But you know,
you didn't know Spanish before?
No, I didn't know any Spanish. I studied it briefly in high school, but like I didn't really pay attention, to be honest with you. The irony is that I remember being in my last Spanish oral exam in like year 8 when I was like 12 years old, and like I remember being like, I have no idea. Like she was asking me questions and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. But then this time, obviously it was a completely different experience. I was prepared, I'd learned, and so I was speaking to her for over 10 minutes in Spanish, and it was a really nice experience. And like I said, so the most difficult part was communicating, and the way that I overcome it was just embracing the difficulty, not shying away from it, and as a result I've learned so much and grown so much as a person, if that makes sense.
But I think also now that you were telling the story that back when you were in high school, you had to present the oral exam for your Spanish course. Mm-hmm. I think the difference can be like mainly that before you were forced kind of to take Spanish,
exactly.
But now you were the one that wanted to take Spanish.
Yeah, well, I was kind of forced and kind of not, because obviously in England you have an option. There's 2 types of students you can be anyway, but I was the student where you could choose. I had to choose between French and Spanish, and I chose Spanish willingly, so I wasn't really forced. And the reason being is, as I said, I've always had an interest in Latin America. My granddad Henry, obviously I've granddad Billy, but my granddad Henry, he was very interested in native Indians and the history of Latin America and the indigenous people, and he used to have a lot of like symbolic, like spiritual, like statues around the house of like wolves and eagles and like bears and everything, and he was a big influence in my
upbringing.
Yeah, and obviously I took a lot from him, and I actually got a tattoo whilst I was over here, which is an eagle tattoo, and he had an eagle tattoo too, and it was obviously his was a lot cooler because it was like this indigenous type of style, but I've got something a bit more like Aztec type of style. But the point is that he loved this continent, and I always wanted to visit it from that. And so learning Spanish was something I picked when I was younger because I always wanted to visit there. Like I was smart enough to understand that obviously a large proportion, I think it's every country except Brazil speaks Spanish, so in Latin America. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to learn it. But obviously being in high school, you have like 12 other subjects. You want to play football, you're chasing girls, and Spanish is like, oh yeah, whatever. But I did know a little bit. The one word that I could remember was sin embargo. I don't know why. That's the only word I could remember other than hola and adios. Just sin embargo. I have no idea.
It's the equivalent of sin embargo in English.
However.
I
don't know why. It's so random, but like that's how you know I'm not lying. I could just remember sin embargo, but yeah, I have a bit more of an expansive vocabulary now thanks to the teacher that has been teaching me here.
What's your favorite word now?
Otra vez.
Otra vez?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like saying it, otra vez. I love saying it, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just think it's a good one. Oh, Simon. Simon.
Yeah, but that's more like slang.
Exactly, but that's why I like the levels of it. But otra vez, I just feel like I like the way it looks when you write it, and I like the way I say it. Like, you've asked me my favorite, and that's definitely it. I don't know why.
Es que Harry le pregunté cuál es su palabra favorita y me dice que su palabra favorita es otra vez. Y que, de hecho, dice que la única palabra que se acordaba antes de volver a practicar el español era sin embargo. Entonces dice que le ha costado un poco al final el adaptarse al idioma porque no sabía nada de español hasta llegar acá y empezar a estudiarlo, porque dice que mucha gente no habla, a pesar de ser un país, más que nada el estado de Nuevo León estar cerca de la frontera, pues que mucha gente no habla inglés, entonces que se ha tenido que forzar a hablar el idioma y que eso ha sido algo que pues lo ha llevado a aprender mucho más, que de hecho su mejor amigo de aquí, él no habla inglés, entonces tiene que comunicarse pues con el español e inglés, y eso le ha ayudado mucho a poder mejorar su idioma. Y que de hecho una anécdota que decía era que cuando él era niño en la secundaria, secundaria preparatoria, sí, era cuando él tuvo que hacer un examen oral de español, porque también le tocó llevar español porque él decidió llevar eso. Y dice que pues se acuerda que pues en ese momento no sabía nada y que ahora lo puede contrarrestar con ahora que ya lo hizo y que pues ahora sí sabe el idioma. Y también algo que nos comentaba es que, por ejemplo, se hizo un tatuaje de un águila aquí y con más referencia hacia México. Y dice que a él le gusta mucho la cultura y le llamó mucho la atención por su abuelo, que a su abuelo le encantaba la cultura nativoamericana y que tenía muchos osos, águilas en su casa y cosas espirituales que desde niño eso le llamó mucho la atención. Y eso lo llevó a querer aprender también español y le interesó por lo mismo más la cultura de Latinoamérica. Y de hecho también dice que pues cree que el único país que no habla español de Latinoamérica es Brasil. Entonces que también pues es un idioma que le ha gustado mucho. Y bueno, continuamos con la siguiente sección. Están escuchando Global Connection aquí en Tech Sounds Radio.
Impacto positivo. Resultados de una experiencia académica. Positive Impact.
Y estamos de vuelta, estamos con Harry que nos está contando su experiencia de intercambio aquí en el tecnológico. Y bueno, Harry, let's talk now about I think this section is about the positive impacts.
Positive impacts.
Yeah, that this experience has had. I think you had said a lot of positive things that
yeah,
happened.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, maybe we can regurgitate a few things.
If you would say highlights, maybe like things that
Yeah, go
you
on
could
then.
say like before
Let's do
coming
it.
to Mexico, you were a different person, and now after Mexico, you might be another one. Like
yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer of like, I feel like when things are more, so obviously being outside of your comfort zone, that's when you grow as a person, and you know, being in a country where you can't speak the language is definitely being out of your comfort zone. And so yeah, you could argue that I'm a different person. I wouldn't say I'm a different person. A lot of people would probably come in here and say that, but I feel like I've definitely learned a lot that I'll keep with me forever. So you could say it's changed me a little bit. But I feel like I'm the same person, and I love being in these situations. I love being in situations where I don't know what's going to happen, and you know, that's what it was when I came here. I took a chance and I booked my ticket, and I'm here now. And you know, the positive experiences that I've had have definitely shaped the way that I think a lot more. But I already had those feelings before. It's just reinforced them. The highlights that I'd have whilst being here, definitely the first Sunday I got here, meeting the people that I did, Frankie and Omar. They're really cool guys. I love them. Obviously I've met like a few girls here that I like, and then I'd say the location, my favourite location was definitely when I seen the mountain where there's like 4 waterfalls. I think it's Estebanzela, no?
yeah,
See?
Sanzuela.
Yeah. So yeah, I've met loads of friends, boys, girls, people of all ages. It doesn't matter, is what I'm saying. Frankie and Omar are like 32 years old. They're like my best friends. But yeah, the Estebanzuela is absolutely mad. Like, that was crazy. Like, I love that because obviously I hike a little bit in Manchester. There's a lot of peaks around the Peak District, like an hour away. But like going up, and like once we seen the water, it was so cool, and we got inside, and it was nice. And then you go up a bit more, and then there's another beautiful waterfall, and it was just like it was never ending. Unfortunately, we didn't get to the top one because we ran out of time. But that was definitely one of my highlights. Obviously, climbing that. I'm going to climb the horse one as well. The one, you know, the seat mountain.
Yeah, Cerro de la Silla.
Yeah, I'm doing that on Tuesday. So yeah, and the horse's tail as well, Copa de Caballo.
Cola de Caballo.
So yeah, that was amazing. So yeah, the landscape here, as you already know, that's been a highlight for me. Just sometimes I'll grab a coffee and just like look at that mountain on the terrace on campus because it's just so beautiful.
The library.
Yeah, like I'll FaceTime like my mom or my dad or my friends, and sometimes I'll just say, check this, and I'll have my face here, and then I'll just like switch the camera, and then they look at it and they're like, what? They're like, no. I was like, bro, you need to get over here. And I'm like, look, you can see the stadium over there, you know, because you can see Rayados. So I wanted to watch a Rayados game. I nearly got to a Rayados game as well the other day. But yeah, it's just, I feel like the whole thing, I couldn't put it on anything in particular what my favourite highlights are, but I'd say the hikes that I've done, the people that I've met, and obviously not to sound cringy, but the memories I've made as well. They're like the highlights I've had whilst I've been here. And the beauty of it is that although my studies are finishing tomorrow, like I'm still here for a bit. So there's so many more memories I'm going to make.
I think it's not cringy. I think it's nice to be grateful for the things that you have liked.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, as in like when I said cringy, I meant to say memories I've made, you know. Yeah. But like, it's a bit corny. But like, yeah, for sure. And you know, I've got, like I said, a few weeks here, and I'm gonna make so many more, and I'm excited for that as well.
I'm gonna translate really quickly. Bueno, lo que nos comenta Harry es que pues ha disfrutado mucho esta experiencia porque pues las memorias que ha hecho, o sea, dice que pues el conocer gente, el poder salirse de su zona de confort, el también disfrutar de las vistas que la naturaleza dice que le impone aquí, que es bellísima, que el irse a la biblioteca. En la biblioteca aquí en el campus Monterrey hay una terraza que se ve el Cerro de la Silla, dice que le encanta, que de hecho va a ir a esa montaña y que ya tuvo la oportunidad también de ir a Estanzuela, ir a la Cola de Caballo, que se la hace increíble y dice que a veces inclusive le llama a su mamá, a su papá, a sus amigos y pone su cara en la cámara y luego la voltea y les enseña dónde están y les dice tendrán que estar acá, vénganse, es increíble. Luego dice que pues también desde aquí se ve el estadio de Rayados. Entonces que en sí no puede escoger algo en particular, que han sido muchas experiencias y que como se va a quedar un poco más de semanas acá después de terminar el programa, pues va a tener la oportunidad de seguir creando más memorias, más recuerdos de esta experiencia. Y bueno, nos vamos a la siguiente parte del programa, que ya realmente es la parte final, el resumen. Y recuerden que si no pudieron ver el programa completo, pueden sintonizar la grabación en el canal de YouTube buscando Global Connection en la página de Tech Sounds Radio.
Resumen. Summary.
Well, now it's like the summary, the final moments.
Exciting.
Why would someone should come to do an exchange to Tec de Monterrey and Mexico?
Yeah, if you want to learn Spanish, I'd recommend coming to Tecnológico de Monterrey, primarily because obviously you're in the country that speaks that language, and the teacher I had especially was absolutely amazing. And I'm not saying that just because I'm on radio. Like, she was so cool. Like obviously there's different levels of understanding, but she kind of catered to each one of ours, and I feel like she got the best out of me. She got the best out of every other student in the room. So, you know, with that being said, I think that's the best recommendation I could give. So for learning Spanish, that was amazing. I think obviously doing business in Mexico, in terms of the business side, all the information I've learned has been so interesting. Not to sound egotistical, having studied international relations for 3 years, I knew a lot of it already, especially the trade aspects, the laws, the legality of it, and the international side of it. Obviously, the delving into the Mexican culture was something that I found more interesting because it was not something that I already studied. So yeah, if you're looking to, or you're interested in any of that, then definitely come here. And I think obviously just to have the opportunity to be in such a beautiful place with beautiful people, you know, you'd be a fool not to take that opportunity. So I definitely recommend to anybody that wanted to take a summer away to come to Tech. As I said, I've already experienced a summer away in South Korea, and that was amazing. Obviously a completely different experience to what I've had here. And, you know, if you had to tell me to pick one, I wouldn't be able to. But what I will say is this one's not finished, and I'm excited for that. And so it might be number one, who knows. But yeah, what I'd recommend is if you want to learn Spanish and you want to go somewhere absolutely beautiful and you love hot weather, then get yourself to Monterrey for sure.
Did you have any cultural shock?
I mean, I was quite prepared for it because I feel like, as I said, like I knew quite a lot about Latin America. Obviously, I know it's very different across Latin America in each country. I understand that for sure. So I want to kind of emphasise that. I'm not saying everything's the same because it's not. But I think my experience of Mexico yeah, I mean, the cultural shock was probably, as I say, the first time when I asked, where can I go for breakfast? And they were like, yeah, there's tacos around the corner. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't know if I fancy tacos, man. It's like 9 o'clock. But like I said, it was a different filler, different type of taco, and it was absolutely amazing. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I had any massive cultural shocks because I was quite prepared. I looked into Mexico before I came. I think having been not as prepared as I was, because my university made me prepared, I had to do a risk awareness form. I had to look into the country before I came.
What about that, the security? I think people think that Mexico is...
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to bring that up because I feel like I don't really want to give it too much space, because I feel like when you give something oxygen, if you give oxygen to a fire, it can get bigger. So I didn't really want to mention security whilst being on here, but I mean, you've mentioned it now, and I've not had any problems at all. And I'm quite an outgoing person, and I don't want to say this and make myself sound stupid, but I put myself in silly situations all the time, and I get myself in trouble, and I've not had any of that here. And I don't mean to do that intentionally. I just like so open. I find myself in situations, and I've not been in any. Honestly, I don't think there's one time that I felt like I'm in danger. Obviously, I stay on campus, so that might be part of it. But staying on the residences is amazing. Obviously, people are cleaning your room like every day. It's weird.
Like in a hotel.
Yeah, I was like, this is weird. Like, they're knocking on my door at like 9 in the morning to clean my house room. But it's amazing because obviously it's absolutely amazing. Like that's just unusual for me, but that's so good. But yeah, I mean, security, I've not lost anything. I've not had anything stolen. I've not had any situations with anybody. And that's a bit different to my first experience away, because I went to South Korea last year and I lost my phone, passport. I lost all my money on the first night. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So that was a big difference. So I would think maybe because that happened, maybe that stopped me from doing that here. But yeah, I
think you need to be careful everywhere you go.
You do need to. But I feel like I've not had to be overly careful here because I'm in Mexico or anything like that. I'm not going to go into reasons why that might be, but like I said, the security here has been fine. I've loved every single minute I've been here, and I'm definitely coming back for sure. That's not something I'm just saying. There's a lot of things I want to do here. I like the business sector here, and there's a few things that I want to do. So yeah.
Do you want to do this wrap up in Spanish?
No.
No?
No, there's not much I can really say.
What you can say, like from what you just said in English, what are you able to say in Spanish?
I don't know. Me encanta. ¿Cómo se dice learning?
Me encanta aprender.
Me encanta aprender español y negocios internacionales en Monterrey porque es más interesante, muy bonita y muchas personas amigable.
Amigos, sí, son amigos.
Sí. Perdona. Te quiero.
Bueno, o sea, les doy un poquito más. That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Harry. Heads up, bravo. Lo que decía Harry era que le encanta México, ¿no? Y, o sea, que ha tenido una muy buena experiencia y que realmente la seguridad es algo que tuvo que llenar una forma con su universidad antes de venirse para acá, pero ahora que está acá, que a veces se pone en situaciones curiosas. Dice que cuando estuvo en su verano el año pasado en Corea, pues perdió su pasaporte, su dinero, todo, y que a cambio aquí no. O sea, dice que tal vez por esa experiencia que ha tenido cuidado, pero realmente que se ha sentido muy seguro, que las residencias le ha parecido increíble, que le limpian el cuarto, que es algo que no está acostumbrado, y que ha sido una muy buena experiencia. And, well, Harry, one last word that would describe your whole experience of exchange here.
Viva Mexico.
That's a two-word.
No, I'm joking.
Well, you can put a hyphen, Viva Mexico.
Yeah, I'd say that, because that was a very big part of the start with the World Cup, especially. And that was one way that a lot of people would come together, because we were just saying it. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I could put it in one word. But if I had to think of one, I'd be quite boring and just say amazing, because I feel like the connotations of amazing can spread out so far. I was amazed by everything, the feast for the eyes kind of thing, in terms of food, culture, people, experiences, hikes, just even sports, football, the gym, just everything about it's been amazing. So that's the word that I'd use.
Increíble. Es la palabra que ha elegido Harry porque dice que es como que ejemplifica todo lo que ha vivido acá, de su experiencia, cómo ha sido pues increíble, y que esta palabra también decía, de hecho, que viva México, porque dice que también es algo que lo marcó mucho, pero dije que eran 2 palabras. Pero si tú dice que no encontraba como una sola palabra, pero en este caso dijo increíble. And well, Harry...
Oh, there's a word in English, it's slang term. It's called belting.
Belting?
Belting.
Belting.
Yeah, so it's like a northern meaning. And belting means like first class, amazing, like every high, good, positive connotation you can think of. So yeah, that's the word I'd use as well.
Belting.
Belting.
Bueno, dice que la palabra
Mexico
belting,
has been belting.
que México ha sido belting, que es como increíble, así como, pero como una palabra como muy particular.
Say Mexico is belting.
In Spanish?
No,
like,
just say it.
Belting?
Yeah, Mexico is belting.
Mexico is belting.
There we go. Perfect.
I hope it's not a bad one.
No, it's not. It's not. I promise it's not. I promise. I'll show you after what it means.
Okay. Well, thank you, Harry, for being in
Thank
the
you
show.
so much. It's been a real pleasure to be in Mexico and to be on this as well. So thanks for inviting us over, Mum.
Do you want to say hello to your friends, family, or anyone?
Yeah, I mean, just big up Manchester, the whole of Manchester, because that's my whole family and friends. I love it there. And yeah, I brought Manchester with me, and I'll be taking a bit of Monterrey back to Manchester. So yeah, there you go.
Well, hello,
Shout
Manchester.
Yeah.
Belling, Manchester.
Manchester's belting.
Manchester's belling. How would you say goodbye in England?
In a bit.
See you in a bit.
You just say in a bit.
In a bit.
In a bit. Safe. See you later, man. In a bit.
So we say the whole sentence?
No, you just because
In a bit.
yeah, in Manchester they kind of kind of like layer it. So you're like, oh, you say like bye like 4 or 5 different in different ways. Be like, yeah, all right, ta-ra, bye, see you later, safe, bye, you know, like.
Okay, let's try it. Bueno, muchas gracias por habernos sintonizado en el programa del día de hoy. Recuerden que nos pueden sintonizar cada miércoles en punto de las 11. So
you just like bye, bye, see you in a bit, bye, thank you, see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hasta aquí Global Connection.
I like that
Te esperamos en nuestra siguiente emisión, el miércoles a las 11 de la mañana, solo en Tech Sounds Radio 94.9 FM.